connected to everything, and that's why I'm in everything. All eyes on me, all eyes on everything. That means everything. Eyes connected to everything.
Oh, girl.
Connected to everything.
Oh, I'm sorry. My daughter, she practices her makeup every Sunday. Oh my God.
Oh,
So
she
fine.
flawless.
Oh,
Okay. Do your thing, baby. Oh, I'm sorry. I King Newborn not here to remind me that
Yes, he
iHeartRadio
is.
is listening.
He right there. He finna do it.
He
Oh,
sure is.
damn.
He gonna give you 2 more seconds.
he
And
finna do
he
it.
gonna be on you.
Things that people don't want to talk about brought to you by God Level. That will be me. I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm a mother, I'm a nurse, I'm an aunt, I'm a friend, I'm a cousin. I'm an entrepreneur. I have this podcast. I am everything good. John, you want to go ahead and represent yourself?
John Skywalker, the Sly Talker here, lyricist, spoken word artist, martial artist, personal trainer, lover of life, student of psychology, and yeah, since 2006,
Yeah.
that right there. Also have 5 hip hop albums streaming on all major streaming platforms. Tidal, Apple Music, Amazon Music. Yo, wherever you're streaming your music, it's likely there. Final Dimensions, John Skywalker, positive conscious hip hop. Gone stream that up.
Oh,
Salute.
that's right. Salute. King Newborn, you want to go ahead and represent yourself?
Peace, peace, peace. This is King Newborn. You can follow me on all social media platforms. Newborn everything. And as always, I am of service to the community. Peace.
Peace. Saba Diamin, you want to go ahead and represent yourself?
Hetepu Ankh Uja Seneb. That is peace and abundance and life, prosperity, and health to you all. I am Saba Diamin, spiritual teacher, life coach. And if you're looking for a good life coach and counselor, somebody to help you put steps and action items to your life to straighten it all out, I am told I'm pretty good at that. So holla at your boy.
That's what's
Peace.
up. Ivy Tanner.
What's up, gal? What's up?
Go ahead and represent yourself.
Absolutely. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Ivy Tanner, retired broadcast journalist from the U.S. Army. I am a mother. I am a friend. I am family. I'm your resident shit talker. I don't know what's going to fly out my mouth when we get on here. Also known as TikTok as Inattentive Ivy because I'm ADHD and I love talking about it. Yeah, I'm a lover of life. And as you guys always say, here of service on this wonderful platform, I had radio. Thank you.
Absolutely. Amanda Fuller, you want to go ahead and represent yourself?
Yes, I am Amanda Fuller. I am a mother, a nurse. I am full of love, full of joy. I am a safe space. This is a safe space. Yes, let's go.
Yes, it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it is. We're
Peace,
we're
peace.
still waiting on creation divine, but we're gonna go ahead and get started. I know we posted a lot of questions this week about this topic, friends with benefits. However, we're gonna have to finish off PTSD. John is we're gonna spend a 15 minutes on that, and then we're gonna jump. Yeah, that what? Did I lie? Did I lie? 15 minutes tops. I'm timing you because I'm ready to talk about
It,
this friends with benefits.
it won't take that long. We'll wrap it up. We'll wrap up
Yeah,
PTSD.
wrap it up.
Listen, I got my notebook. I'm ready.
All right. Well, look. What we were going to emphasize here is we understand that there are various treatment modalities for PTSD. So there is conventional treatment, and then there's what's called CAMS, complementary and alternative medicines, right? And preventive medicine is probably what we're going to emphasize the most here. But ultimately, at the top, right, psychotherapy is one of the various forms of treating PTSD. And there's different types of psychotherapies out there. There's cognitive behavioral therapy, there's exposure therapy, but that's like pretty much at the top, right? Then there's
Okay.
medications. There's something called SSRIs, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, but it's Prozosine. That's one of the medications for PTSD. There's several of them out there, but typically you take that just to manage your symptoms, right? But again, Psychotherapy is at the top. Ivy mentioned in a prior conversation about EMDR, eye movement desensitization reprocessing.
Regulation.
Oh,
Let me look
is
that
it
up.
reprocessing or regulation?
I thought it was regulation, but it could be reprocessing. You probably got it right.
Right.
You tend
Yeah.
to
So
do great.
it's basically it's a form of psychotherapy that involves these guided eye movements as you're recalling traumatic experiences. So EMDR, all right, mindfulness-based interventions. So we're talking about mindfulness-based stress reduction, and there is the word stress in PTSD. There's acceptance and commitment therapy ACT. That's also mindfulness-based intervention. So all of these will help with PTSD, and then there's group therapy. And I've done out of all of those, I've done all of them except EMDR. All of them except EMDR. Right now, those are like the major treatments, and in complement to that, yoga, fitness, acupuncture. Um, Shoot, I know some folks have tried binaural beats, right? Where it's like
Listen to brown
I guess
noise
like
and white noise and green
yeah,
noise. Yeah.
right. But so now that we got like the major treatments out the way, we're gonna focus on CAMS. More specifically, we're gonna talk about fitness and nutrition and its role in PTSD. Now, personally, the fitness part has been instrumental. That was like my first treatment
Yes.
modality. For me, it was PTSD. Another homeboy of mine who's also a personal trainer, he just made a post not too long ago. James Owens, shout outs to him. He just made a post about that, how conventional psychotherapy was not working for him. And so he invested himself into physical fitness with him being a prior Army. And it makes sense for a lot of veterans. It makes sense for a lot of people. When you really think about the benefits of it. But I'm gonna pass the mic over to Saba Diamen, where he can talk about the benefits and why fitness and exercise, regular exercise, by the way, y'all, regular exercise. I ain't just saying, oh, okay.
Saba, before you get started, please, because I know you can be a little bit long-winded. We ready to get to the next topic. Go ahead and make it short and sweet, please.
Cut me off at the knees even before I get to walking. You see that?
Hey, man,
I'm just we're gonna get to that, beloved. Let me show you why everything what John just said, why it's so important real quick.
You have a slideshow?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna fall out.
Me too. I'm
gonna pass out right here.
But I do have a picture I want to share. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay.
Come on with it.
It's just something real quick. Okay. All right. So let me see. Let me share this screen real quick. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can find it.
All right, well, real quick, while he's doing that, benefits of exercise, reducing symptoms of anxiety and depression. You don't even have to have PTSD to enjoy that.
Oh, there it is.
Improving overall mood, reducing stress levels. PTSD, post-traumatic stress, exercise can help you reduce the stress, increases self-esteem and confidence. Oh my gosh, we struggle with that, right? Sleep patterns. We have nightmares, insomnia. Exercise will help improve your sleep patterns. If you're involved in personal training or in a group activity, it's going to increase that sense of social support and reduce feelings of isolation because you are with someone. One of the clusters in PTSD is avoidance. We avoid people, we avoid places, we avoid being in social situations. And so by working out, being in a group, or just working with a personal trainer, or even just a battle buddy, you will improve your feelings of isolation, or at least reduce those feelings. It's a healthy coping mechanism, and you're overall just enhancing physical fitness and health.
I say. All right, so let me show y'all this real quick. All right. So this right here, this is the main reason, because what we do, just know that you can pass down PTSD to those who come after you, and it's through what we call epigenetic factors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is important. This is why you want to get into some sort of a method to where you begin to deal with your PTSD and everything that John was just talking about. What that's doing is alleviating. See, these factors are basically, let me see, and put my cursor over it. These factors are residual beliefs, leftover residual beliefs that seem to
Oh.
linger in your own psyche, in your own subconscious, that you can't get rid of. So they become factors that attach to these histone tails, and these blue things are the histones. This is the DNA. And so when these actually can cause the DNA to coil up and you can't access certain coding to it, and then what it is, these become limitations, and they become what we call part of your human frailty. So it's the human frailties that actually end up being the PTSD. So we all have some level of it, and we're trying to overcome those frailties. But this is why it's important. The cool thing about it is, as you can see over here, you don't see the genetic factor. That means that they are something that's introduced. You can actually reverse this by doing a lot of the things that John was talking about. And one of those things, stop sharing now. One of those things is by exercising and also diet. Understand that diet plays a big part in. If you're eating too much sugar has actually been proven to increase criminal activity among prison inmates. They had done a double-blind study, gave one their regular, sugary, treatments for the day, and then one they denied sugar.
Oh wow.
In the sugary group, it actually increased their criminal activity among each other, whereas it literally significantly decreased almost to no criminal activity in the ones that was denied sugar. So just understand that is a big part of it as well. Having more sugar can actually increase or exacerbate PTSD symptoms. So we got these kind of things, right? And just understand there's still a whole gut situation, gut brain situation that's also present. So mind your food, clean your eating up, exercise, find something to do, and find something to connect to in the present. That's what's going to erase that epigenetic factor. So that's all I wanted to say. It wasn't too long.
Yay! You did good.
Do
Thank
we have
you.
anything we want to add before we move on to the next
Yes.
topic?
Yes.
She didn't
Give me,
mean
give
that.
me, give me, give me two whole entitled 2 minutes, 2 seconds.
All right.
Creation Divine, can you please introduce yourself?
Yes.
I was gonna do that.
I am Creation Divine, and creation was created to create.
That is
I
beautiful.
say.
I say. You got the floor. God level. Do your thing.
Oh no. We're going to start off with what is okay. Now we're moving on to the next subject. I am so sorry. You might want to go ahead and change that from PTSD to FWB, Friends with Benefits. We've been putting in the group chat all week. What is Friends with Benefits? John, don't look like that. John, don't look like that. John,
Keep going.
no.
Keep going.
He is not happy with this subject.
Yeah.
What is Friends with
Yeah.
Benefits?
There we go.
What is it? John, we posted the question. What is Friends with Benefits?
I got my snacks. I'm
what
ready for
is
this.
a Friends with Benefit situationship? Do we have any answers available that we can
I do
post
have
on
one
Clubhouse?
comment that I wanna. I'm sorry. Who was that? Who was that?
You know who that was. Stop playing.
Oh, okay. All right. So real quick, I just want to drop one little comment before we kickstart tonight's main event. 45% of Americans have entered into a friends with benefit situation.
Oh my.
55% of Americans have went from friends with benefits to relationships and succeed to marriage. I just want to put that out there. Go ahead, do y'all thing.
Where I need proof. Where is these numbers
Man,
at?
I'm about to go
Show
look
me
this
this.
up.
Go look it up.
Please.
Go look it up.
Please.
Go look it up.
And according
Now,
to
wait a
Go
minute.
look it
Hold
up.
on. And these are people that are already single.
They go from single, friends with benefits, because the one thing that you're missing out, even though it's a situationship, everybody be friends with benefits when they're quote unquote dating.
Okay.
It only gets serious after the first night of commencement, which is intercourse.
Oof. Okay. Oof.
So, do your research. It's all good. I'm done. Matter of fact, let me do this.
He didn't just.
Just when I thought he was gonna be quiet today, he coming in here with statistics. Like
statistics and facts.
Here the facts is. As a matter of fact, here it is. I'm waiting, and I'm slow. Look at me, I'm just slow right now. I don't know. My service is slow. It's speeding up now.
Oh yeah, mine's doing the same.
Okay. All right. Well, while he do that, John, you want to read off some of the answers of
Well, this one wasn't posted in there. It
wasn't.
No. I just started off because I figured we would establish that, but
Okay. Well, friends. Well, I guess it all depends on the person. What does friends with benefits mean? You want to go first, John?
I'm like,
I can provide a operational definition for us to build from.
Go right ahead.
It is a casual sexual relationship between two people who are friends without any romantic commitment or expectations of exclusivity.
Okay. And not all friends with benefits leads to relationships. Depending on how they start. Now, if they're single, then there's a possibility that single person, those two single people together, but if one is, and it will have to be agreed upon with both parties, if one is just exploring other options and one is just there with that friends with benefits, it's not going to end well. A lot of friends with benefits I've noticed with married couples, people older, or actually venturing out of their marriage, friends with benefits, people at work, friends with benefits. I see a lot of that in nursing. That is thick in nursing. I wouldn't trust a man that walked through a nursing facility at all, because 9 times out of 10, he is surrounded by women. He has friends with benefits at a minimum of 3. It goes down in healthcare. I'm sorry.
I'm soaking all of this up. I'm flat. If my mouth is open, it's because I'm like, what?
Amanda, can you back me up on that? You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted. Go ahead.
Okay, yes, I definitely can back you up. It's not all men, but the majority, yes, I would say 90%. Definitely.
Yeah, 90% of the men that work in healthcare has several friends with benefits relationship. I even ran across a man who, oh my God, I don't know if I should say this or not, but he claimed that his wife was dead. He was still wearing the ring. And she called up there looking for him 2 weeks later. I took the phone call and I was floored. And he's having friends with benefits on the job. I cannot make this shit up.
Some people say that's a miracle.
Go ahead with some of the answers that we got, John.
For a different question, or
yes, for a different.
Oh, okay.
question.
Well, let's follow up with this, just to let's clarify something real quick.
Oh my God. We're just waiting on you. But if anybody got anything they want to add to friends with benefits, I'm not ready to share just yet.
I can read you the Urban Dictionary version
what is
because I looked it up, and I was like, really? Okay. They said friends with benefits, two friends who trust each other enough to engage in sexual activity without fear of hurting the other's feelings. Ideal scenario for folk who are not interested in a serious relationship or do not have time for one, not a boyfriend, not a girlfriend. Neither party has
Mhm.
time to date other people. Also, not a word for a player who just likes to hook up with women. So a smart, and it literally says all this, a smart alternative to random hookups. So that's got me thinking, like, what's different than then what is a hookup? Or like the question says right here, what's a fling?
A flame.
I'm like, what's the difference?
What is the difference?
Okay,
I'm just gonna
Somebody
share.
bite.
I
I'm gonna
was
get my
gonna
notebook.
kind of wait, but
Y'all
I
get
like
nervous when I
Genesis.
share.
Genesis responded to this. She said, "In my opinion, fling equals one and done. Friends with benefits is ongoing." So yeah,
Mhm.
I think that's like the key ingredient is the duration. Flings tend to be
Okay.
very, very short,
Mhm.
and friends with benefits tends
Fires
to
up
be
and then
more.
fizzles out. A
Yes, it
flame.
tends to be more enduring. Yeah, and that's fair.
And then a fling is not necessarily with a friend though. A fling can just be with somebody you
Right.
meet. Yeah,
Random.
so it doesn't
Ooh.
have it doesn't have that
Never have a
characteristic of
random sex with
friends.
random people. Sorry.
And then
Not just
You better catch
Priscilla.
the vapors. What the vapors?
Go ahead.
And Priscilla, she commented and she said, a fling might be someone that you're hot for and didn't start off as friends. It was strictly physical. Friends with benefits is someone you have things in common with and it started off platonic or is on a platonic level with an added sexual bonus.
Mm,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I can sort of see that. I guess additionally, if we're going to define a fling, it typically refers to a short term, casual, romantic, or sexual relationship. Because flings don't necessarily have to be sexual all the time, but there is that similar quality that there's no commitment, um, and it's like the focus. What's the focus of a fling versus friends with benefit situation? Flings tend to be more about fun and enjoying each other's company rather than building a deep emotional connection. Friends with benefits, even though it's been commonly cited that the emotional connection isn't there, again, that's very subjective, right?
Mhm.
It's just presumed that a lot of the times there's not going to be any emotional or spiritual connection. But
How,
yeah,
how,
it's
how,
usually based on an existing friendship,
how
right? The
does a
friends
woman
with
lay down with a man without an emotional connection?
They
Look,
can't.
all of us, all of us
Yeah,
just shook our head.
I mean,
and
All of
that's
I'm,
us.
why I
I'm
was telling
so
you that's the
serious.
difference between
How does a woman lay down with a man without a physical, without an emotional connection?
Now I know some women who are capable of doing it,
I
but
have
Yeah,
just
but those women are,
we're
they're,
not going to. They're just built different.
yeah, they
Well,
are
let's
able
just say
to
that. They're-
carry on multiple relationships with
mm,
different men and have sex
and
with different men.
Yeah,
That's yeah, that's you.
but it
You
could
know
be a
what we
response to past experiences though.
that
they're
could
being
be.
very
Yeah.
promiscuous due
Hmm.
to some shit they probably went through as a child. Yeah.
Or
Or
they can
even
just
just
be,
with other
this
men.
trauma.
yeah,
Yes,
or else they
the
can just be built
relationship.
different, where they just like having different people. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to judge you as long as if you can handle that, if your soul can handle that, if your spirit and your body can handle that. I mean, by all means, do you, boo
I
boo,
mean,
for real.
that's a lot
I know.
though.
Yes.
I mean, listen, but if they can handle it, all power to them. Just like if you can eat chitlins, eat chitlins. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you got the palate for it and you
Good
can do it and
example.
your stomach can, I mean,
That's
probably a bad
that. Yeah,
example, but I'm just saying,
I,
if you can
that's,
handle it, you can handle it. I know myself. I'm just like,
I can't. Nah, I can't do this.
No, cannot do
No.
chitterlings.
I'm not
But I remember Saba Diaba telling me that sex for men is no different from a woman going to get her nails done. It's just a nut. It's just a
that
wow.
shit
nut for
floored
me.
me.
Well,
That
well,
shit
well.
floored me.
The
Nut.
thing is, what I'm saying is that generally men look at it as a kind of like a massage or something like it's kind of one of those things to where that's what it is for us. There is no necessarily emotional connection in sex. The emotional connection comes in his participation with the woman outside of the bedroom. So what it is, how she supports him, that's where he develops his emotional. Does he feel like he have a purpose through her? That's where he gets emotional connection. It's not through the sex. The sex thing is just a bonus. You see? So this is why it's okay. Men can generally engage in sexual activity with no type of emotional connection. We don't require one for that. We don't require one for that.
Wait a second.
You mean
I gotta
prior
go to the
but
other two. I gotta go to my other brothers. Is it like getting a massage for everybody? Is it like going to check the mail? I mean, let me know. Cause
Going to check the mail.
going to get the mail, you know what I'm saying? Is that like
My
Is that-
brother's making a drink down there. He's not answering. John, hello. She asked a question.
I did,
Do you
please.
agree with Saba when what he just said concerning sex for men?
Man.
You
Ah, damn. Now he want to drink too. Everybody drinking. What the hell?
This question. Let's
No.
move on.
Answer her
that's
question.
a real question. That is a real
answer
talk.
Ivy question. Is
Please, because you guys are really the subject matter experts if you really think about it, because we don't have male genitalia. We don't understand it. We don't know. I'm saying, let us know. So,
All right.
Thank you, brother, Saba, for being one.
God. All right. So I will say yes. What he's saying essentially is true. And there's probably some other mechanical elements in this. For a lot of guys, sex it's instrumental. it's instrumental. It's man.
Yes.
I don't require to have an emotional connection with you to have sex. I can just make it up in my mind, like, this is what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be, it becomes a logical thing. I see the course. So it's like, this is gonna happen, and this is gonna happen, and this is gonna happen, and then all right, then I'm gonna have my coffee, and then I gotta go to work tomorrow, and so it's, you think your way through what's gonna happen when this happens, what's gonna start, what's gonna be the intermediary, and then how is it gonna finish? Oh, okay, boom, I got it off. Oh, that was nice. All right, I gotta go.
No feelings, no emotion.
I need to
Why?
call
Why though?
Come
From a
on in.
logical standpoint.
Oh
hold
my
on.
The number
Break
is
it down.
posted 832-479-9035. Someone
Call
posted
in.
me to call in.
Carlo
Go
said,
ahead and call in.
I gotta call in, yo. He was like, y'all jacking it up for everybody. Where's my pen so I can take some
Oh
notes?
my God.
Because this is flooring me.
Well, you
I
have to
want to
understand.
add.
Go ahead.
My fault, God. I just want to add in real quick. It is 100% of what Saba and Scott Walker are alluding to. It's a thought out process. When you're younger, it's more physical than anything because your testosterone are through the roof. So it's like you're hitting a ceiling of pressure, and you don't know what to do with that pressure. Sometimes, that's why you have certain people out here that are violent or what they say, hypertension, very, very physical, aggressive. It's hard to explain. It's not a thing that you just wake up, oh, who I'm finna bone. I got it. Hurt. It ain't nothing like that. It's almost like a sugar rush and an addiction, but yet it's a thought process that goes with it. But once you release that tension, all right, let me take care of this. I got this list. All right, let me handle this. It's go mode. But this is what makes it interesting. Men have a performance level and they have a release level. Sometimes the release level can outdo the performance level. Sometimes in the midst of trying to get that release, they have to perform. So mentally, it's one thing to physically be like, man, I just got to get this energy off of me. Hey, yo, you know, and you get that off of you. Now it's back to business. I can focus. I can think. I don't have any distractions no more. I can actually get through my day, my week, and I'm cool. But when you with a woman and you care about her and you love her, you don't just lay her down for a nut.
Yeah,
You
no,
lay
that
her
part.
down for a complete experience.
Yeah,
And this is
that's
when you
it.
blow her mind. Hey, girl,
More, yeah. Doing
what
more
did
with
he
that.
just do to me? Now you messed up in the head, but you're messed up in the head because he did what most women want you to do from the gate, have an emotional connection.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. So let me remind you. Remember, I had told you guys before that a woman in the head, she's electric but magnetic in her genitalia, versus a man is magnetic in his head and electric in his genitalia. You see, so they're opposite. In other words,
Yeah.
so they're opposite. So and what I mean, what else would you get when you need these forces to somehow attract one another? So it's about they complement one another. They have to be opposite like that. So the way that men see it, remember that a man needs to feel, he needs to think he's have purpose in a woman's life in order to get that same um commitment to a relationship that a woman has to get from having the sexual intercourse thing, right? So it's the same thing. So they have to, in other words, in order to get this, or from a woman's standpoint, in order to get this, you have we have to go deep. In which, like, well, in order to be in my life as my wife or as my partner, we have to go deep. You have to show me some support. So you see what I'm saying? So these kind of things is what allows us to complement one another. So that's what the attraction. So it ain't our fault. It's our nature.
I'm
Okay,
still looking
it's
for
our nature.
electricity and magnets right now. I'm like,
I'm definitely stuck.
'cause
It's electromagnetism relationship. It definitely is. It's just how, and we have to understand that in order to know how to have a relationship with one another. We have to understand that.
This is very
That's
liberating.
a unique perspective.
No, he actually showed us a picture of it a couple months
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. There's this opposite. Yeah. And this is the reason why women are more emotional and men are more logical.
so just understanding this.
Mm.
So um so so,
Yeah, yeah.
so
You
I
try to
don't
process that.
I'm trying to process this. I
Process
guess
it.
what I want to know is that when guys enter this friends with benefits relationship, like if you okay, what are some of the reasons? Guys know, just like King Newborn said, you gotta wake up in the morning, you gotta get that thing off, right? And
Hmm.
you go about business,
About your dad.
right?
Yeah,
Like it's like brushing your teeth, right?
yeah,
I
Yes.
guess.
yeah.
Okay, all right, fine. My question is why women, when we know that especially if we're not built that way, why are we entering it? Like why, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if we have that opposite and that magnet, then why are we even trying to? I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm still processing. I'm looking
I
for
did.
magnets.
I did. I just recently got out of one. And the only reason why I did it is because I still had feelings for him, and I was there in hopes that things would change. But
Mm.
had I listened to my brothers a couple of months ago, I could have avoided that disappointment.
Can
So yeah,
can
my
I
only reason was because I cared. I still cared about him. So
Yeah.
can,
yeah,
can I ask
and he
some
was like steak to me, and I love steak.
And it's
he
like
was
the
I
sick?
like
magnetic
steak.
connection. And how do you
Yeah,
break
I
it?
like steak.
Yeah.
And he came
Wow.
through the door laying it down. How did he not get in my head?
Yeah. I get it.
He busting through. Bum, bum. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Excuse me, brother. I know you don't want to hear that type of talk.
Look at his
So
face.
sorry.
He's like,
If you want to mute it, go right ahead. But yeah, y'all men know what y'all be doing too. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Ooh.
and I was just
Ooh.
attached from
I have to
Oh.
interject. I
Yeah.
want to say this. This is very, 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 very important. Women control access to sex, period. So let's get rid of this whole cliche that men, oh, he knew how to get. No, at the end of the day, you either gonna say yes or you're gonna
I
say
did.
no.
I said yes.
Again, okay,
Multiple
but
times.
understand. I want to understand. So I want to put out this as well. That was a verbal contract, so it was understanding being met at that particular point. Now, if it's a part of you that's in a high percentile that's saying that he ain't no good for me and I shouldn't be doing this, but then it was a part of you as an adult, you still made the mental decisions. You was conscious to the point where it wasn't like you just went
Ooh.
autopilot. And this is not at my sister God level. This is
It
just
sounds
in
like
life. This is just in life in general. Please understand, even with friends with benefits, whether it's negotiated, non-negotiated, these are things that are taking place that is a contract between you and this person. Now, what are the details that entail in this contract? That's up to y'all to decide to talk about. Most of the time, we are in I hate to say it, flight mode when it start come to it's getting heated and the chemistry get to changing and he's attractive, she's attractive, and you be like, we finna go there.
Mhm.
But if we all grown before we go there, and let's have this conversation. But then that's gonna throw the whole mood off because now we're talking about particulars and boundaries and true
and the
intentions
boundaries was crossed
and
heavily.
true intentions.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if you tell a person from the gate, if real adults, which women want men to be logical thinkers and truthful, if a man sat down, hey, look, check this out. I find you attractive and fine. I just want to have sex with you. How far would that conversation go? Unless you come across somebody, I'm sorry, you come across a woman that is a nympho, or like Miss Tanner said, she's interested in having multiple partners, so it ain't no big deal. She can bust, and keep going. You I don't know. This is just a delicate subject, and I don't want no women to put themselves under the knife or any pressure beyond the fact of knowing you hold access to sex. Period.
So I think that needs to be said again. We
Mhm.
hold sex. Period.
Hey, I
Period.
wanted
That's right.
it.
I mean, because
Yes.
if you
I wanted it. And I
It goes
did
back
so
to
in
what DR
hopes
man.
that things would change. I did
yeah,
it. I have
Yeah.
no regret. I learned a very
Mhm.
valuable lesson. You cannot enter into an agreement like that with the man that you still have feelings for, that you hope
Mhm.
that things will change.
See,
I made a
see,
huge fucking mistake that I learned from, but I learned. I did it. I
but
did exactly
But
what
God
I
level.
wanted to do
We
at
have
that
been there.
time.
Yeah,
would you
but
say,
God
I
level.
did
Amanda?
What I'm trying to point out,
exactly what I
don't throw
wanted to do
yourself
at
under the
that time.
bus though.
I'm not throwing
Don't throw.
myself up under the bus. I'm telling you, I did it. I made a mistake, and I'll never do it again. I had to pull
It
myself up
wasn't a
out of that.
mistake. It wasn't a mistake. It was a part of your
Okay.
life where you took the time out to learn something that you feel is not suitable for you. It
Okay.
wasn't a
Okay.
mistake.
Okay.
To all
I'll
women, it's
take
not a
okay.
mistake. It's not a
Okay.
mistake. Here it is again. And me, Saba, and Skywalker, we point this out heavily. What are your true intentions? It's look,
Mhm.
at some point being grown, just let's just say what it is. And if you don't agree to it, it's okay to walk away.
Oof.
Period. If you don't agree to it, walk away.
Mhm.
But like God level said, in some cases we take the time out and we be like, but I want
What
him.
Yes.
No, it's
What
the want
not
factor. It's
what
the
Yes.
want
if
factor.
what
so we're talking about
You ain't even
desire.
made it
That's
to
at the
Yes.
the
base of it all.
yeah. That's what
what
Mhm.
Saba
this
just
is
said. It's the
somebody that
desire
I have
factor that
always
and
been
at
with.
this,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
but you still want them, and you're using access to sex to manipulate. It's not on
Mm.
purpose, but this is the act that is done.
No,
You're
it's
using all situations because you look at it. Look, check it out like this. After having sex, it's a part where you feel, oh, we together now. Oh, okay, I got him. No, you have to. No, he
No.
That's
he
you as a
released.
woman. You're doing that.
Yeah,
Okay.
as a woman, that's how you're looking at. You're looking at. Oh, we're
like he's
together now.
mine
It's all.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't
Yeah,
thinking
it's
like that.
all good because you have shared a high commodity of yourself with him. You feel like it's supposed to be adored to your preconceived intentions, not your verbal ones, not the ones you set down and say, hey, check this out. I got a list of 20. Let me know where you fall at in this list of agreement.
Say that shit before.
I'm like, say that shit.
Get that last. You said which intentions? The ones. Which ones she should have did? The verbal.
The verbal ones.
That
should have spoken out loud. The verbals one, not the conversation that was up here.
Right.
Oh,
that seems to be where it resides.
Well known. It was well known.
Because it's not cool to safely assume on either parts. Because at that particular point,
I didn't assume, and he didn't assume either. He knew why I was dealing with him. He knew
so the intentions was clear between
the intentions was very clear on both ends.
Yeah. Okay.
So what about those brothers who actually? So what about those brothers who actually do manipulate?
That's what I was
manipulate to get involved.
Well, just like I said, we have an energetic. We energetic in our thoughts. That means, and we're magnetic. Energetic in our growing area, and magnetic. So magnetic means we're gonna attract. That's a tool that we use with the mind, right? So we're gonna do that in order to get the prize. The prize is what she got between the legs.
Okay,
so
but if you think about it, then if we really want to call it a buck, like for real, then that means that Friends with Benefits is completely and totally manipulative, and it can only be entered with people who have verbally said, "I want this sex, and that's it." If any other woman says, "I want you as a person," or if any man says, "I don't want anything other from you than this just sex," then that means you need to go ahead and, as an adult, you got to squash it. Because I mean, it seems like both sides are manipulative, right? And I'm just like, Lord Jesus, I need to tease shit.
So well, both of y'all
but Miss Tanner, here's the part that we can't skip this part right here.
Okay,
and I said this earlier. Women control access to sex. Men control access to relationships.
Woo! We need to write that down. Hold on.
That's true. A little deeper.
That is true.
God. Women control access to sex, and men control access to relationships.
Could you expound a little bit more?
On what part? Where you want me to go with it?
Is that really true though? I mean, if you really, you know what?
Pick any scenario.
A man chooses a woman, and a woman
who generally proposes.
When a man chooses a woman, that woman chooses to can choose to deal with that man. He could choose her all day long, but if she don't want him, she ain't gonna be bothered with him. So I get it.
And so on the flip side of the coin, if the man does not choose to commit to that woman, no matter how much sex or whatever she's giving him, it's no real relationship. If the man does not commit,
there's just like
women who are more susceptible to commitment.
Yeah,
but
especially
the key part that you're missing, and what is the key component that you said you're missing it, but you're saying the key thing. It's not even a blame game. It's the fact that
right.
Even in that situation that you just said, Miss Amanda, he in his mind is in control of a relationship. Period. It ain't got nothing to do with sex. This is why we keep thinking men are so sex driven, sex orientated that they use sex for relationships. No, that's y'all getting it twisted. No, you made it clear a man can go get sex anywhere. So we understand that it's an abundance to get sex anywhere. When it's all said and done, men still want relationships. It ain't just sex. They want relationships, but they know, hey, are you really representing me? Do you really support me? Do you motivate me? Do you make me want to change to bring forth the best version of myself, not just to you, but to the world? Because when I go into the world, I'm representing you. When you go into the world, you represent me. Legacy, you represent my last name. You represent who I am internally and externally. So let's stop saying that sex control men to relate. Man, that's dead.
That part. Yeah.
You do that anywhere, right?
Wow.
That's right. That's what I said. It's about purpose.
Yeah. My head is like blown over. This is why I love y'all.
We
Meet
just
my
trying to let
brothers,
You ain't
y'all
ladies
know.
and gentlemen. Meet my brothers, ladies and gentlemen. Meet my
know,
blood brother,
okay, so
ladies
listen.
and gentlemen.
Okay, real talk. I feel that you need to say that again because there's a lot of women out there who don't understand that. When you
And
have,
don't know. And it's a
okay,
lot
so
of women out there right now that's having friends with benefits
bro, because they think that it's going to lead
in
to relationships.
hopes that
They
it's
think
But
it's
going to
again,
change. No.
right.
Oh my
that's how she try to
God.
attract. Yep.
Mm.
That's how she
That's
try to attract.
that
Wow.
is crazy. Because I mean, I'm
But
gonna
it's
tell
just
you,
bait. It's like putting bait on the hook to get a fish.
Yeah.
We have our way of doing that, and y'all have your way of doing it.
Mhm.
It ain't the same way. That's what I'm saying.
wow,
It's opposite ways.
Yeah.
Oh
But
my God.
again, it's not
Honestly,
our fault. It's our nature.
Mhm.
wow, wow, wow.
as a young woman, I can attest. When I was a younger woman, I thought that was the way to get a man, to keep a man, and that
Okay.
was the end all be all. I didn't realize
Oh
it
no.
was me, like you said, supporting him, having his back,
Bro,
having
That part.
something for myself. Knowing who I am as a woman first and foremost, and setting boundaries, and knowing who, just pouring into myself. The more I poured into me, the more I had to give. So
listen,
therefore,
Say that.
that part, because I
as a
Say
think
young
that.
woman,
earlier,
I
Yeah.
did think that it's power. This
yeah,
is
And
powerful,
that's
and
how
know that.
that's what we were taught growing up.
that is. I swear to you, because
Is
mom,
power.
I promise you,
See, it's power. That's what we've
Yes,
been taught
promise you,
growing up. Okay.
Yeah.
black women especially, we are taught that the is
It's
power.
power.
yes.
Yeah.
And not only that, but every woman, if she hasn't had one yet, she has always had a whole period. But at the end of her whole period, she feels, oh, maybe I can go ahead and hook this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him all of this power, right? And
Mm.
thinking it's a fallacy, you're like, yeah, this is gonna right. I mean, because and I look, I see Saba's like, no, no, not the
Yeah.
whole period again, not the whole period. Yes, every
Yeah.
woman
So
has
it's
one
been
or
that
two.
to me, if
I
you
can't
have
relate to that.
Can I
It's
ask a question?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to.
tell it like it showed up in your brain. Ask it like
for
it
Man,
showed up
real,
in your brain,
ask it
bro.
just as raw as it went. Ask it just as raw as that.
Just how it came up.
man, peace and love to each and one of you goddesses, you queens that's on this panel. For any and every woman that is listening to this and watching this podcast, this is a safe place. We like to have conversations about certain content that help us raises our consciousness to understand that there are solutions to any and everything within our community. I want to say that first and foremost. Everything that we're talking about right now is about adults sitting down having adult conversation when it comes to what we consider to be value to us. So what a man may consider to be of value to him is not necessarily what's of value to a woman, and what's of value to a woman may not be necessarily what's of value to a man. Now, because I hate to say this, but this is the truth. When it comes to sex, there is no woman that wants an inexperienced man. Period. Men are producers. Men are hunters, which require, in order for it to become a skill, it has to first be a practice. I hate to say this, but it's true. I'm again say, before it becomes a skill, it has to be a practice. We want men to be, 1,000% the best thing to ever lay down with the first time we enter into this. But then we got women over here that will be never touched, but they still looking to receive what a man is able to produce or perform at a high level. The only way that you'll be able to produce or perform at a high level is through repetition, practice over and over, taking a habit and replace it with another habit to make it a skill to perfect it. So to say that a woman has to continue to keep having sex because she needs to go through a test trial, no. Let's stop that. No. The value of a woman is to see that she's never been touched to a degree. And even if she did have a relationship that didn't last and she moved on, the grace period from the last relationship to the next relationship, the guy is hoping that her list is not that long and she's not that experience like that, because a man is always trying to produce and show a woman new things, new ideas.
Did I just hear King Newborn on everything just say that a woman needs to be chaste? A woman needs to control her numbers? Did I just hear that? Is that what it? Did I just hear?
That's what you
Did I just hear that? That's what I heard.
That's what you heard.
Where in the world does? Okay, listen.
That's the double standard.
Okay, thank you. That's a double standard. That is a double standard, because guys get to get and be hunter gatherers and stick their wicks and blah 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 and get experience and have all this experience. But a woman, if she has that, and listen, whole period. So when I'm talking about a whole period, it's not necessarily mean that you've given up all your power. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like you're just doing a lot of dating. You're doing a lot of dating, a lot of talking, right? But even so, still, for the people who are out there, right? Who is that? Who is that? But I'm still saying, why does everybody
my brother
say,
get his props here? That's all I'm putting up.
I'm saying I still gotta go. Who says that a woman has to have her numbers down? That is cray to me. That is cray.
Are you speaking from? Okay.
I'm gonna give a reason. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this little part, and you can debate it. I'm not trying to debate or fight against any of these queens on her. I'm only trying to look at it from the general synopsis of what's reality, not my fictitious in my head fantasy world. I'm trying to make this up. This is just reality. This is facts.
Okay.
Show me a woman that can take multiple hits from multiple keys and not some way, somehow have a problem down the line, because as she gets older, her window to produce gets smaller and smaller and smaller.
Okay.
So that's something that she has to continue to protect. So when I say have less numbers, she holds access again to sex, legacy, and the life of us. Period.
Okay.
Period. So she shouldn't be, damaging that particular organ.
That's right.
The other side of this, and I'm not trying to be funny, I'm just saying, the other side of this, as a man, unfortunately, that man has a key to unlock multiple locks. It's not that it's our choice of what we're trying to do. Like Saba said, it's just our nature.
Now, let me give you the metaphysics on it.
I just feel like that's
real
just
quick.
something that y'all have been taught.
Give me some
metaphysics.
To give yourselves an excuse to have sex with multiple women, but then
it's not even about
another
that.
woman. They then expect for your woman to have to not have that many bodies on them. Then who are y'all fucking?
Well, why would you say bodies?
That's a good question.
That's what
because understand
I'm
something.
saying you are expecting the woman to have low bodies on her.
Yes.
While you go out there. I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
This is things that people don't want to talk about. Who am I speaking with?
Child, I got snacks just for this. Carlos Brown. Carlos.
How you doing, Carlos? Wait a minute. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Can y'all hear him?
Put it close to the microphone.
I didn't say something else, Carlos.
Peace.
Oh Lord. King Newborn has backup, and his backup is on the phone right now. This is my brother Carlos Brown. Go ahead with your comment, Carlos.
No. Let's not do it like it's an alliance. Nah, don't do that. That's my brother. Period. And and we rock regardless.
I know you, my brother too. I know. Go ahead.
In reference to the whole friends benefit, all of it's a lie, in my opinion. It's a lie on both ends, though. To be honest with you, women gonna say they're gonna do it because as they've been saying already, they think it's going to change the situation. To change it from friends to a relationship by continuously giving in to what they believe he wants. But brother's gonna be the same way because as soon as she says she got a new friend, he gonna be agitated too. He ain't gonna just keep it 100 and be like, oh, that's cool. Right. He gonna be tight about it just as the same way. Mm-hmm. So it's easy to say in public to each other, oh yeah, we just friends with benefits. You know, it's just something, you know, whatever. But low key, ain't nobody trying to have nobody in their pudding, period. It's cool from the outside to say friends with benefits, but no one's really capable of really doing that for some time. If you're gonna do it once or twice, probably, but if it's just a continuous thing, somebody gonna catch feelings. And then somebody gonna catch possession. That's mine. Mm-hmm. You mine. She mine. He mine. Mm-hmm. Somebody gonna want to take ownership of something that neither one of them that have ownership of. But the feeling's gonna tell them that you can't give that to nobody else. You can't do this to nobody else.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's mine.
It's a lie all the way around. It's a lie from the beginning. But if you jump out into it, you know, you gotta live that lie.
Oh. So friends with benefits is not necessarily just friends with the benefits. It is a power and control thing, it sounds like.
I wouldn't say that. No, I wouldn't say that.
She was asking Carlos.
Yeah.
I don't believe you control anyone. The only person thing that you really control is you. Now you may be able to say how you feel and what you want from it, but the other person has to be willing to go along with your process. And if the other person's still just saying, "No, I'm cool where it's at," because take for instance, most men I've ever known that's been in a relationship tell a woman, I ain't really trying to be in a relationship. That woman gonna think if she give him enough of it, he gonna get into this relationship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I was cooking steak, baked potato, side salad. I wasn't coming all the way down into the city with just a bottle of soy sauce. I'm stopping at the grocery store. Let me get him some Pepsi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he already told you that he really wasn't into that.
Yeah.
But you believe that you can change something that's already told you is on this course. If this ship is going this way, I can really care less what you're talking about because I'm focused on what I'm going to. Now, you want to give benefits and drop parcels off on this ship as it's steady going because it's not going to stop. You're going to have to drop it off, fly over it, and drop it on top of it because I'm still going this way. That's fine. But I told you from the beginning, I'm not looking for that. We can hang, we can have a good time, we can do all those things.
And we did.
But I have to tell you what I want. As in saying, I want to be here, established, settled. Not focused on this and not focused on that, but focused on you. But until I tell you that, believe me when I tell you, I'm not interested in a relationship.
The arrogance, right?
Yeah.
You can hear what you want to hear.
Right. That's I can
believe what you want to, and you can believe.
I don't want to cut you off.
Sometimes you believe your goods is better than what it is.
No.
Oh my.
No, I think no. I think a lot of women make that mistake in thinking they can change a man.
Absolutely.
That's all. That's
It's
all.
a
That's all that is.
Can
And
you
that
can you
is
go okay? So go
feel
into
like
it.
we
Let's
have what he wants. We got what you want. So with this,
Go
I
ahead.
can get what I want from you.
Can you guys
That's
explain that part? Like just
what
the process, the thinking process. I'm going
We
to do this to get him. Like, what's
we
your
think
thinking
that
process?
we have the power to change you.
How?
I'm sorry, because we have been told, hold on, because we have grown up being told growing up that pussy has power.
Yes,
mm-hmm.
that is so
Okay,
true.
so
That's
I
it.
mean, so go
That
Can
is
we
as
go
say that
deeper into
again?
that
simple
though. Go
as it
deeper.
is.
Like, how does it work?
No,
That's what I'm trying to figure. How does it work?
Okay. Oh, you want to go ahead? Anybody else want to take
being
a point?
there,
Because
being there,
yeah,
being available.
honestly,
Honestly, being available. I'm telling you, growing up as a little girl, your mother will tell you that thing right there has power.
yep, that's fact.
I believe it does.
And this is why a lot of women make the mistake of thinking they can change a man.
That is
And
so true.
they keep hearing that from a woman. Not they. Have you ever heard that from a man?
You can change your boy with that, but you can't change your man with that.
Okay.
Ooh, so you can change a boy with it.
But you can't
You can
change a
change a
man.
boy with it,
not
but
a
you
man.
can't change. Ooh. Look, let me write that
He
down
said,
too. That's
"Pussy
gonna
got
be my
superpowers.
Thank you.
gonna
Thank
teach
you. I knew it.
You got to realize as a man gets older in life, he's probably had more than one woman in his life. So he's had multiple partners or several partners in that. How it makes you believe that because you come along doing the same thing the other one did, that's going to change him if he's told you he's not interested in that.
I just told you.
Ooh.
I just told you.
Between a girl and a woman.
I just told you. I literally, and it's just that simple.
Hold on.
Hold on, sister, but I'm saying, if a man's telling you, you got to be now an adult and be cognizant of what's being told to you. Not what you still want to hear when you was a child. A man is talking to you and saying, I'm not allowing that to be enough for me.
You're not listening.
Because the word being said to you.
You're not listening.
Not because of what you heard when you were 16 years old, 14 years old. You're 30-something years old now. Hear what's being said to you and not what you want to hear.
Oh my gosh.
So that's why I was asking y'all to explain it.
Yeah.
If he's speaking privately to you, whose fault is it now? If I'm telling you directly what I want. Now, what you hear, what you act on, that's on you.
Here's the thing, though. Some men don't.
I'm not talking about the brothers who lie to you and say he want to be in a relationship with you, and deceive you and portray he want to be your man. That's different. That's deceit.
Listen. Boy, listen.
Into a man show.
Listen, the comments are going off.
They
You hear
going
me?
off.
I feel so. I need to go read some.
They
of
are going off. Like
They are
they're going off.
Oh
Listen,
my 53.
listen, they are going off. And I'm gonna tell you one of the biggest reasons, because I think personally that some women and men, like, they've been getting their information about the opposite sex from the same sex. I know for me, my mom would just tell me, she's like, listen, whatever it is that you need from me, all you got to do is just, give them the power you, right? So it's like sometimes you grow up thinking, especially like if you think about that generation, like if you were taught from from that other generation, there wasn't a friends with benefit situations. There was never any friends with benefit situation. They were always about going straight into marriage. So I don't know about anybody else, and I say this about my mom all the time. My mother taught me to be a wife, not a woman. You understand what I'm saying? She gave me the lessons to be a wife. So then when wife wasn't working out, it was like, oh snap, I got to learn how to be a woman. And then that progressed. You see what I'm saying? Because you got all of this difference. That's the reason why I said every woman has a whole period. You got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason for the period. But this right here, hearing it from a man, hearing it from multiple men who are basically saying that your punana is not the entree. It's what you bring. It's what you do. You bring that peace. Like, so when men say, do you bring that peace? That joint is real. So how is it that you get into a friends? Here's my question, Carla, since she's still online. How is it that you get into a friends with benefits situation, right? Knowing that that person or that woman doesn't have the things that you want in a relationship?
Because I'm telling you, if I'm telling you that I don't want anything else from this outside of we can kick it, have a good time, and you say, cool, I can do that.
Consent.
But in the back of your mind, you're saying, I am going to alter this scenario to make it to be what I want it to be. Now, this woman, on the other hand, is saying, she told me she cool with it. Yeah. So in his mind, he's steady going on the course of, we just friends. Now, tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow, you're going to tell him, so what are we now? We still the same friends I told you yesterday. But you don't want to believe it because you believe because you did X, Y, and Z, that this has changed the outcome. But that man just told you.
So there's
I don't want anything else. You have to be able to listen and comprehend and then act on the comprehension that you just got. Not because you believe it to be altering in your head, or because you believe that if I cook a little better, he's going to change. If I cut him off a little earlier, he's going to change. If I do this, he's going to change. What he's going to do is accept the goods that you are giving and still tell you, I told you Tuesday.
Okay, all right. Hold on.
I told you Tuesday. This is it.
Have you ever been in a friends with benefits situation and things have changed? Like you said in the beginning, I don't want a relationship with X, Y, and Z said person. And then afterwards, like you start to grow emotions or feelings from that person. Like, have you ever been in one of those?
Because apparently 45% has.
That part.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when that happened,
it's on my time scale because I still have to do what I gotta do. But so when I finally get my they say eggs in a basket, now I can do this thing here because this is extra and it enhances my life today. But until I get that stuff squared away, no. When I feel comfortable enough, I can add that to the mix. Yeah, I started out as friends and better friends, and as I told you before, it was a lot because I'm also felt jaded and upset in the process of it.
Oh,
because it's human. That's a human thing because I'm prone to error. But that's me being honest with myself, saying I think I should have moved on it, but I didn't. But now my feelings are attached to it. And do I really want to go this way? Or do I not want to go this way? But that's the thing about saying it's still going to be on my time frame on how I'm about it. If I tell her, okay, yeah, let's try this out. And she done moved on or she ain't willing to, that's fine. I understand it's something I have to learn from, but I'm not going to hold it against her because she wasn't able to move on my time frame.
Wow.
Like women gonna say, "Oh, well, you gotta do this, you gotta do this." When I tell you to do the road, that's not how I'm maneuvering. Because I'm not enough understanding in me to say, "Okay, well, that's cool." I'm not gonna be out here acting a fool with you and telling you, "Nah, you gotta do this because I paid this bill, or I did this, or I did that." That's wild. Grow up. I'm saying you can do that things when you are 18, 19, 20. That's why you should. That's why you really probably should even jump up into that whole 16 till you really know enough about yourself anyway, because that's a whole nother argument.
That's a whole nother show.
That's all.
Yes, it is.
Opening the gate that you opening the gate that at that age you really can't understand what you are giving of yourself and taking from someone else.
That's real mature. That is real. That is
maturity and time.
That's real mature.
Yes.
That's really mature. I mean, I know there's not a lot of people who want to hear that, but that's real mature.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, excuse the language, but I've known a lot of fuckboys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's just.
Y'all
call
done
it
said the
a-
P word and everything else. We
I mean,
can handle
Fuck
that.
boys. Fuck boys.
Thank you.
I say it for you.
We
I
can
don't have
handle
no
that.
mind with the cuss words. They're fuck boys.
Shout out to iHeartRadio.
Right.
I'm just, I hate, just like you said, nurses. Oh my God, the military is full of them. So I'm just like, that's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would never date any man in healthcare.
Bro, I would never date another military man if my life depended on it.
Yeah.
Depended.
Yeah.
Dead serious. So yeah, I feel you.
Oh my
But
God.
I just want to add one little key part to what Lo said, because part of a man's life is to be able to make decisions and stand on it. And women like to deal with men that do stand on their decisions and be able to lead that particular way. You don't need him to teeter-totter just because it's not working in his favor per se. But you need, when you want a leader, or you feel like you want to be in a position to follow somebody that could be a great leader or potentially be a good leader for you, or a protector, provider, supporter, even creating a life of security, you want him to stand on what it is that he's supposed to be about. So whatever comes out of his mouth, you're going to hold him accountable to his actions, to his words. So like Brother Carlos said, it's very important when he does say, hey, that don't move me. But what I'm currently trying to do, I can deal with this right here. This is what I'm dealing with. This is what I can afford to deal with. And I ain't even saying financially. I'm saying, like he just said, when you're trying to figure yourself out and you're dealing with somebody, you're giving of yourself and you're taking at the same time. So like he said, until I figure this out to where I can move past this, oh yeah, it's going to be beautiful. But my timeline might not be your timeline.
Okay.
And then that's when the pressures come in.
I lost a million women because of me in my conflict. And that's just what you have to understand. That's going to be life. Wow. Some people are in your life for a reason or a season.
Yeah.
Understand that. I didn't bullshit, excuse me. I didn't play and, took my time and thinking something gonna be there when it was gone. But I gotta deal with it. Because I know I'm at fault for that. I'm not gonna blame nobody else for it. I know what I was doing, I know what I was doing, what I wasn't doing.
Yeah.
I am floored.
Girl.
Y'all didn't know?
In all 46 years of 46ing.
Wait a minute. And then that message is still being talked to y'all young girls today.
This is why we got to have these conversations, because men and women
now they
don't
gonna think that
normally,
what they got between their legs is gonna be able to change a man. That message.
I was just wondering, like, you guys never experimented with that theory? You didn't say, hey, I did it. Did it work? Like, no one thought.
Let me explain
I
something.
said it. I tried it and it didn't work for me as a young woman. Yes, I did say that when I was younger. I thought that is how you get a man, how you keep a man, how you make him want you and lust after you and all that. But it's very clear that what a man says at the beginning, when he's established with you, the contract, like you said, the verbal contract that's established, that's what it's going to be until either he changes his mind or you move on.
Let me explain something to y'all.
Right.
Disney got everybody stuck.
It does not work well if you already have feelings for the person. That's a recipe for disaster.
And not only that, but Disney got everybody messed up, because you see all of these Disney princesses, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they found their white knight and shining armor, and he swooped down to blah, 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 blah. And I hate to say it, even little black girls, we all grew up thinking thinking that maybe if X, Y, and Z, if the situations are just right and we put ourselves into that, if we do everything just right, the white knight is going to come on that white horse, on that white steed, and going to sweep you up from X, Y, and Z, right? And then you see it, quote unquote, happen to other people, but really don't understand all of the stuff that happens behind the scenes in order to make that relationship come together. Disney got everybody up. Everybody. You understand what I'm saying? That part. And so a lot of times, especially if you're still a woman, you're still living in that fanatical world, you're believing that your power you got something to do with that white knight coming down, swooping down, or that horse. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just like,
misinformation.
it's misinformation. And if you think about it, especially Black women too, about how we grew up thinking, oh, we just have to stand by your man, cook for your man, make sure that your man goes out and he's got lunch. And it's about, like, these are literally things that we are taught as young Black women, because that's what our women had to go through. You know what I'm saying? So getting these lessons from men, powerful.
Yeah, it is
Powerful.
So we boycotting Disney now. I'm down. Who is this man?
That's my brother McGee Israel.
Israel.
That's
I'm
my
not DeSantis.
brother there.
Not DeSantis, I promise you. Oh,
I think the key thing here is I'm not gonna say is the key thing is we are all grown now. If we lead with our intentions within the first conversation.
I got another phone call, babe. I'm sorry. God, this is things people don't want to talk about. God level speaking. Who am I speaking with? Oh, hey, honey.
Hi, Sissy.
How you doing, baby girl? Go ahead with your comment.
So the show live, okay?
Okay.
Now, I've been in 2 long relationships in my 39 years. Totaling, putting both of them together, totaled them almost 20 years, okay? Mm-hmm. So, popping P does not change a thing. You can pop it, drop it, everything. If that man don't want to change, he ain't changing.
Yeah.
He has to want to change.
Yeah.
It has to be something in you that draws him in to make him want to change. You cannot make a man change. And women thinking that ain't going to do nothing but set themselves up for failure. Now, the subject at hand, friends with benefits. Firm believer, yes, you can. But here's the thing. Consistency, attraction, eventually you're going to catch feelings. Mm-hmm. You're going to catch feelings, and that's on both parties. Now, will that turn into a relationship? Some do, some don't. Some people get their feelings hurt or whatever. But any situation that I enter myself in, I let them know, hey, I've been in a relationship 20 years. I done gave, had taken from. That's not what I'm on. That's not what I'm on. You know, I'll call you, you call me, whatever. It works. It works. No, I ain't out here just popping pee with any and everybody. No. I have options.
Baby, all her men be fine. I be like, oh no, girl.
and I'm safe, but I can tell you this. I'm not crying myself to sleep at night.
I heard that.
I'm not riding by nobody's house. I'm not on their Facebook. And I can truly and honestly say I am happy. I am happy. I'm not the black woman with the attitude. I'm not feeling no type of way about past relationships or none of that. I'm in my own zone trying to be a CEO. I ain't got nobody holding me back, and I'm not trying to hold nobody else back. So, I mean, it's all about the way, it's all about your mental. And I'm a firm believer of that. You call me a hoe, whatever. But baby, I'm happy.
Look at creation over there co-signing. What you co-signing for?
Creation.
I want to be like her when I get older. I want to be like her. I'm trying to grow up into that.
Baby.
But I had to call. You know, I don't ever call. I'll sit there and be a text warrior on y'all show. But I had to call on this one because I mean, and then it's 2023. It's gonna be 2024.
It is.
Newborn. I was with you up until you got to talking about numbers. My numbers ain't high. Like I said, I'm only 39. And I've been in 2 long relationships. First relationship being 11 and a half years. I got 2 kids in that one. Last relationship, 8 years. I got 2 years in that one. Single for 3 years. Just now, friends and benefiting. You know what I'm saying? And I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with that. Because you have to get the fuck out. 1, excuse me. 2,
it's okay. We've said all the words tonight. It's okay.
I don't need nobody with wrong intentions around me or them.
I love it. You go, girl.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. I mean, they drain your energy. And if anybody's talking about matching your energy, if a man tell you he matching your energy, that's a female, honey. I'm sorry.
Woo! Facts.
All right, I gotta come back in, so I'll see y'all later.
Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it.
She done dropped the mic and left some smoke on the
stage. That's beautiful. But let's please understand what she said though. How long she was in a relationship. So she learned a lot in that relationship to the point that she did it again. Then as she did it again, she just like, you know what? These are my goals and what I'm trying to do. So I'm pretty sure she had an adult conversation with you know, whoever, whatever. Everybody was under understanding and she's still doing her. So that's, you know what I'm saying? That's peace. It's everything come down to an individual contract. What's your contract look like? What you trying to do? What's your true intentions? Is you telling them up front, hey, look, I only need you on Tuesdays. You down with that? They say, yeah, then you dealing with somebody that want to rock with you on Tuesdays. It ain't always got to be sex. It's just the fact that we are both adults and we're trying to come to a true understanding. That's all. That's all it is. Ain't nobody playing nobody like Brother Los stated. I'm not doing this with deception or trying to be deceived. We're trying to come to an understanding. When we come to the understanding, where do we build from here? What's the plan from this point moving forward? That's it. She sounds like she got a good plan. It's working for her. And like she said, she's happy and she's at peace. If you can get those things in a relationship, out of a relationship, a sex ship, you know, whatever ship, if you can get that, but the understanding is met in the beginning, before anything start happening, everybody winning. Period. Everybody's winning. What's your understanding?
Blessing family. Hey, Dre.
Bro, this is like
now. I'm looking back, like in my 20s, I was already with my husband.
That part.
I was with my ex-husband for almost 14 years. I had my first child with him at 21. So I was with him all the way well up into my 30s.
Wow.
And then I took an 8-year break and tried something different. And that's been on and off for 6 years. So
And if you take that example and plus the young lady that just called, it still comes down to not just a man trying to figure out who he is. It's also a woman trying to figure out who she is as well. And when you do hit that point where you have knowledge of self, please understand what that is. It's not in a book. It's literally you having knowledge of self. Once you get that, we can sit at the table and be like, I'm going to say it again. What I said was on Tuesday still applies for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Until I decide that I want to make some changes. Then we're going to come to the table and we're going to reassess. And then we're going to build from that point forward. Now, that reassessment might not mean that we get to build forward. It might be this is the end of the terms of the contract. We didn't fulfill our agreements up until this point. So we have to go our separate ways. And you have to be okay with that. You definitely have to be okay with that.
I think the most important thing that you said with all of that is having a contract with yourself. That's like the way I said, we were talking earlier, like on Friday, and we were saying like, speaking about marriage, marry yourself first, because a lot of people don't even know themselves. I'm not going to lie to you. When I first got married in my 20s, I did not know everything about myself. I mean, because like I said, I was raised to be a wife, not a woman. Now coming into this womanhood in my mid 40s, this motherfucker right here, you know what I'm saying? This is different. But the thing is that I now know a lot of key things about myself. Reflection's going to either make you better or a serial killer. Use a mess. Use a mess. I'm for real. And if I see you in person, I will fight you, because that's so real.
What is his name? Israel. I need you to call in. I need this man to call in. Tell your brother to call in.
Call in, brother.
Call in, because I'm ready to go Brooklyn on him. I swear.
We're Brooklyn at.
Go Brooklyn.
He is hilarious.
He is.
He's down in Georgia right now, but he's from Compton, and so he's had some he knows, he's been around.
Like I was about to say, if he from Compton, he built different. I don't know what it is. All them cats from Compton, they all built different.
Oh my God. Oh, we coming up on an hour and 26 minutes. This has been a very interesting show. I have to remember that my brother talks very hard, so I need not to take any and that's my new ringtone. This is things people don't want to talk about. God level speaking. Who am I speaking with?
This is Israel.
We gonna fight.
Yes.
What's going on, brother?
How you doing, man? How's everybody doing?
We're doing
good.
Peace.
It's been good. Go ahead. Do you have any? You got a comment?
What's this brother's name? What's this brother's name at the bottom?
That's King Newborn.
That's King Newborn. That's brother King Newborn.
That brother right there needs to write a few books. He got some serious stuff going on in his mindset. He need to put that on paper and sell it.
I knew you would resonate with him, because both of y'all have the same energy, and I talked to both of these brothers on the phone.
Sir.
So.
Yes, sir. Like he got it. He definitely got it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I want to say something strictly to the ladies real fast, right? I was raised by a pimp, right? And let me tell you what he told me. He told me the natural order for a man is to support a woman falling in love with herself first and him second. He said any great man would take his ego out of the situation and support her falling in love with herself first and him second, because that's how you get the best of a woman. He said, however, if you want to ruin a woman and live life like I do, let her fall in love with you first.
Those are hard facts. Those are hard facts. Hard facts.
Now, that's what a pimp taught me as a very young man. And he told me, you pick which door you want to walk through. But it's going to be definitive of who you represent, who you're going to represent as a man, or what you become as a man. These are the
that down.
men and women do not have.
I gotta write that down.
John does that. John, you do that naturally.
Like what?
Don't give away his secrets.
Oh God.
Look, I can attest to what he's saying.
Because if you really just sit back and you think about it, how is it that a man gets the best of you? He gets the best of you because you love who you are. You love what you represent.
That's right.
Your power. You retain your power. It's all about him allowing you to retain your power and respecting that. That's all self-love is. Self-love is just one big, true body of armor.
Mm-hmm.
That's all self-love is. It's just strength. It's just you as a woman saying, I'm not going to let you cheat on me 2 times. I'm going to walk away from you the first time.
Oh,
that's all it is.
I love myself.
That's why.
It's your ability as a woman to say, I'm not going to take you slap me upside my head 2 times. The first time you do it, I'm gone. I'm not going to let you cheat on me 2 times. The first time you do it, I'm gone. That's all self-love represents. Wow. Strength and power. That's all it is.
Yeah.
The first woman I ever fell in love with, and I cheated on. You know what she told me? She said, Israel, I'm not leaving you because I don't love you. She said, I'm leaving you because I love myself more.
More. Yep.
I love myself.
Yep.
Holy crap.
More.
And that was the moment. That was the moment I walked into manhood. I was 30 years old. But that was the moment I walked into. When she told me that was the moment I walked into manhood.
Wow.
Because within that, I learned the true value of a woman. I never understood it, but in that moment, I learned it. And even now, at 52, I'm still learning.
That's peace, God. That's peace.
Real.
That's peace. That's peace.
I need you to take that quote, that first quote, and type it down in the comments, because that needs to be put on a placard. That needs to be put on a T-shirt, a coffee mug, flown by airplane. Like,
yeah,
women need to know that. Like, for real.
We've been doing it wrong for years.
Yes.
Well, the thing is that I can attest to that. Remember, I told y'all about my friend that stays in Houston, who's been married at the time when I was in Houston. He had been married with his wife for 9 years, and and his nose is wide open for her. He still wines and dines her. She holds back, but not to punish him, but still she makes the chase because she's still loving herself. She gets up, and I'm telling you, a beautiful woman too. She takes care of herself. She goes to the gym. She goes and gets her own hair and nails and stuff like that done. And she does say she do it for herself, but she also does it for him, because she still wants to make sure she attracts him. But if you're talking about changing a man, it ain't the P. It's the love for herself that changes a man. That's what changes a man. Because it's not a demand, it's an inspiration. You understand? She inspires change in him.
Right.
She don't. So you have to learn how to inspire a man. If you don't understand men, you won't be able to do that.
Shout out to the brother that just called in, bro.
Man.
Peace to you, God. Real talk, man.
Oh, y'all gonna get to know Israel. Y'all gonna get to know him.
Raised by a pimp. Oh my God.
But look. I want to do a spin real quick. God level. I want to do a spin real quick. I want to take what that man just said, and also Sabadame, and I want to say to you, what these men just said, they underlined, they approved, and they check marked off what I always say to you. Your smile is so powerful.
Powerful.
It is, girl.
Yes, sis. Yes.
That you don't have to lead with no words, no aggression, no nothing. Just the fact of your smile. Your smile alone can make a man be like, I might need to come correct.
Yeah. Thank you. How did you can see that? I thought my color was on.
I can't. Cut it out. Cut it out.
I love you.
I'm only saying that to each one of you beautiful women on here, and to any woman that's watching or listening on iHeartRadio. I'm gonna say it again. 2 things that people don't want to talk about, and we also has a Facebook group page as well. But I just want to say to each one of you women, if you don't lead with the P, and you lead with your characteristics, your personality, and your self-love, I promise you can break any man down. This coming from a man. You can break any man down. And I'm not talking about break him down to the point it's degrading. I'm talking about break him down to the point where he's going to be like, hey, I might want to change this, adjust this, do this. Because again, men are doing things to perform. Am I bringing the best version of me to attract anything?
Always.
So what is it
what
that
I
you
told
said
y'all?
we need to bring?
Seduction.
We need to bring out self-love.
was about seduction. Self-love is seduction.
You know something?
That's how I used to do some, man.
I just want to share. I think a lot of times women, they get scared of their own shine. We get scared of our own shine. It's like we get told, I'm going to use this again. We get told by FBs a lot of time, right? Oh, she too much. She's too haughty. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she needs to, you know what I'm saying? She's not down to earth, So they want somebody who's the homie, who they can kick it with kick it because they're not looking to raise their standards. You know what I'm saying? So
Miss Tanner, I'm sorry, I gotta interject.
Am I wrong?
What you're talking about is the thing when you're dealing with boys. Again, I'm gonna say like the caller just said.
Yes.
When you are presenting you the best version of you, can't no boy stand in front of you.
That's what I'm talking about. But the boys will try to bring you down. And a lot of women, we end up believing the boys, because if you think about it, there's a lot of boys who are louder than men.
Men are not loud.
That's what I'm talking about. So we listen to the boys because the boys are right there. And if we're still trying to figure our stuff out, we're listening to because the boys are right here. They all up in your, you know what I'm saying? Like flies. So a lot of times we don't hear men. I'm gonna be 46 years of 46ing on this earth, and I've heard from men today, and this has been enlightening.
I'm surrounded by real men. I'm surrounded by real men. I'm surrounded by real men. Period. These three right here. Baby, you're gonna learn something. I've always put them. I put them up here. I'm surrounded by real men. Oh yeah.
Yeah. No,
this is real.
That goes hard. Yeah.
Israel, I
just want to say this real fast before I go. As a man, if you want to break me, give me something to respect. That's all I need. I'm broken. I'm at your will. Give me something to respect in you as a woman. That's all I need. I don't need nothing else. If you give me that right there, anything and everything is on the table. Just give me something to respect. And that's what women don't do anymore. Women think
it ain't to be.
That's all the respect that y'all need to give. That's it. It's bigger than that. It's deeper than that. Just give me something to respect. That's all I want.
Wow.
That's it.
And he just dropped the mic.
He did. Israel, thank you for calling in, brother. I hope you have joined things that people don't want to talk about. Make sure you get on my website and go by ahead and wear it proudly, because you are truly on God level.
That's my brother.
Not you too. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's my brother.
It did sound like a King Newborn.
I told you. Yeah, I just got done
weird.
talking on the phone to him right before we got on this show. So
If any women out there are listening, I hope you walked away enlightened, inspired, educated. We've been doing it wrong for years. We got 3 real men on this show that's telling you how it needs to be done, how it should be done, and they not lying to you. Pussy has power, but it ain't shit if you ain't got no self-love or self-respect.
Come on, sis.
That's
wow.
In a nutshell.
Wow.
Does anybody are we doing a part 2 next week? It did got real deep. Tonight's show was brought to you by King Newborn, and things that people don't want to talk about.
No.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You know, everybody has their moment, but tonight this was King Newborn's night. This was your night.
He was in rare form tonight.
I am only of service to this panel and to our community. I believe
of service.
And let me always say this: I don't care what nobody say of my past. I'm not that anymore. I've grown. I am still becoming a man day in and day out. Because of these 2 men that are on the panel, I constantly judge me consistently, and I do my utmost to bring the best version to this panel and to the community. Because otherwise, I'm doing a disservice to myself first and foremost. So it's not. It wasn't my show tonight. This was for the community show. This is for everybody. This ain't. Nah, I'm a team player. I'm a team.
Well, we appreciate all the bars. I feel like I'm in prison. You brought so many bars, so I really appreciate that.
Man,
appreciate it.
Man, you was dropping them left and right, and you know I ain't gonna even lie. You almost got up in my fifis, and I'm like, well, hold on. You know, brother gives out tough love. Fall back, listen. It's okay. I had to calm myself down in the first 20 minutes. Like, you need to calm down. It's okay. He's not
like
talking to you.
I saw it on you. I saw it on you. I was gonna hand you some tea. Like, here you go. Here you go, God level.
I was feeling, you know, some kind of way, but I was like, you know what? Like he said, everything happens for a reason. You went through that experience to learn what you needed to learn. Now you can move forward. Thank you for saying that, because I ain't gonna lie, I thought you was attacking me for the choices I made. I love you.
Never. That's beautiful.
That's growth, because last year I probably would have cussed you out after the show. Look, after the show, I'd be damn if we go head to head on the show, but I would have cussed you out after the show. I want to thank you. Oh my God. Does anybody so we're going into marriages next week.
That's gonna be interesting. That is going to be interesting. Woo!
That's going to be interesting.
Lord,
Did we sum up everything that we need to sum up as far as the questions within Friends with Benefits? Did we
that's what I'm saying. Do we need to do a part two? Because I think we did like one question.
I think we talked about no, but if you really think about it, I think we gave back what needed to be, what was lost. We gave back what was lost. Like we talked about
what was lost.
Sound like mission statement.
That's right.
We gave back
what was lost.
We gave back what was lost.
Pussy is nothing without.
Oh man, we gotta work on our censorship. We gotta work on our censorship.
You have to pour into your
censorship. People cuss on iHeartRadio all the time. It is,
but we trying to get paid.
True that.
We want to be seen. We want to be seen and heard by all audience.
We about to get paid.
Yeah, there you go. It's coming.
It's
coming.
Don't tell him, y'all. Don't tell him.
Okay. So I know I thought those was the Powerball numbers behind you. I was about to write them down for a second. I was like,
wow.
Dropping those Powerball.
Wow. Lord have mercy.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
It's okay. Those are billiards, but I get it.
Yeah, I was like, I had to take a double take. Like, oh, okay, it's pool balls. All right. Does anybody have any? Okay.
I learned today.
Yes.
Thank you, community. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for calling in. I learned today.
Ooh, thank you. Go girl.
I did. I learned
this was a good
today.
show.
This was.
Calling. Man.
Okay.
Man, this was beautiful.
Callings were spectacular.
We're ready.
I say.
Okay. Happy Father's Day.
Yes.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers who maintain a strong presence in their children's lives because they know without it, they may be lost to this world and its programming. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers who take full responsibility and accountability as a father and as a man. Happy Father's Day to all the men who choose to step up to the plate when others have chosen to fall back. Happy Father's Day to all the men who became their daughter's first love, who teaches them, their daughters, to love and respect themselves at all times. Happy Father's Day to all the men who became their sons' first positive role model and is teaching them how to be a man. Happy Father's Day to all that are fighting to be in their children's lives against a system that is using the mother to continue with propaganda and keeping the man out of the home. We see you, brother. Happy Father's Day to the men who go unappreciated in a home, knowing without them it will crumble. Continue to be the backbone. Happy Father's Day to all the men doing time that sacrifice their freedom to protect their family. We honor you. Instead of putting you down, it should be our duty to lift you up. But before we can do that, we need you to stand up as we rise up with you. For far too long, it has been a one-sided community. Yeah, we can do it on our own. However, we can build faster together. Happy Father's Day.
I say.
That's love.
Thank you.
That's love.
Thank you. That's well said. Well said.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I say.
I should have had more. I feel like I should have had more.
No, that was
You
good.
did
That was
great.
beautiful.
That was good.
That was beautiful. Like real talk. That was beautiful.
Oh,
Accountability.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
That
right.
was beautiful.
Well, we're gonna do marriages next week. The devaluation of the relationship. Oh my God.
I'm gonna be
Your
here with my
words,
snacks.
not mine. Your words.
I'll
What
be-
was it? His words.
Hey, you gotta relax on them pistachios. They not good to eat a whole bunch of those. And she was over there
They
turning that
told
bag
us
up.
Don't get him started.
They're so good. They're so
Please do not get
yummy.
him started.
They're my favorite too, but you can't be eating all those over there.
I just had like a little handful. Trust me, I was going for it. Oh, don't do. Okay, all right, all right. I don't know if pistachios you're talking about. I just,
Please, girl, you gonna race me out the whole night.
I'm still looking for electricity and magnets, brother Diamond. I'm still looking for
Hey,
magnets.
you gotta come to one of my courses if you want all the metaphysics on that.
Oh Jesus, I'm sorry. I'm scared.
teach high science of
I'm
who
out of
we
water.
are.
I'm out of water. Well, this is things that people don't want to talk about, brought to you by God Level. Tonight's topic was friends with benefits, yet we did start off with the technique. Is it
PTSD?
Treatment. Yeah, treatment for PTSD. I was happy to jump into this, and then I got my ass set down, and I was already sitting down. But you know what? It's okay. I appreciate the knowledge. I appreciate the love because I know it comes from a good place. I hope all the ladies that was listening tonight learned something. I'm telling you, when it comes to dealing with a real man, and we got 3 real ones right here, take the advice. Pussy has power, but it ain't shit without self-love or self-respect. And that's how we're going to end this note. I want to thank you all for jumping in on tonight's live, and we will see you all back here next week for marriages. John, you got me?
Salute.